Hi, my name is Victor and I'm creating a rhythm action game. Last time I've talked about the second level of the game, which took place in the tower basement facility, and today I'd like to go over the third and final level of this project. When it comes to this area of the game, I kind of wanted it to feel like a crescendo to the final confrontation. Thus, the level would take place on the upper floors of the tower, where the player will fight his way through the offices and studios to reach the top. The way I designed this area is I wanted to have this huge central place that the whole level will be built around. So I went and created this absurdly great hall where I would put this giant statue of Rockstar that could both serve as a level design tool to allow the player to reach the final floor and a way to convey Rockstar's self-centered personality. Then I would have the player go through these different offices and other rooms, getting from one floor to the other. And as the two previous levels, I was trying to find the right balance between fights and parkour. Moving on with the enemies. Going through this level, you'll probably notice that this area doesn't really introduce any new type of enemy. Essentially, what is happening here is that with Dave the Bouncer knocked out, well, fans have made their way through the studios and are, just like you, trying to reach the top. And surely enough, security is trying their best to contain the chaos and kicking out these guys. But when you show up, well, let's just say they really hate your face. To be perfectly honest, I would have loved to introduce a new type of enemy here. At one point I had this idea of maybe some kind of auditioning guy that would have some abilities to parry your attacks and some kind of rhythm gimmick going on, but I was really short on time, so I ended up never implementing him. But who knows, maybe I'll add this guy in a post-release update of the game. Okay, so let's talk a bit about the third and final boss of this game, the one and only Rockstar. Since this fight is meant to be the grand final of the game, I wanted it to feel epic. From the dark stormy sky to the spotlights shining bright on our main characters, alongside the roaring sound of thunder and these gigantic speakers spinning loud rock music from both sides. When it comes to Rockstar's design, I took inspiration from real-world rockstars such as Elvis Presley or Prince, whether it was for the hairstyle, face shape or costume colors. Then I saw a while ago this guy who made a fully functional spinning guitar neck and thought to myself, okay, how would I make this concept even more badass? What if, hear me out, the rotating neck could double down as a minigun, and you'd have to play sick riffs to fire the damn thing. How cool does this sound? So yeah, I guess the final boss of my game now uses his guitar as a deadly minigun weapon to fight you. Sounds pretty cool to me. Then the other part of the fight that took me a while to get to work properly was the rhythm minigame. The idea was to have it as kind of the third and final phase of the boss fight, where you'd have to hit multiple notes coming along a spline at the right time. I'm pretty happy with how it looks and plays, so I might as well try to implement it on the two previous boss fights. At last, I've also reworked quite a bit the boss's introduction cutscenes. I now have to add some voice lines, sound effects and music, and might as well rework some clunky animations, but they already look better overall. Alright, so the game is now playable from start to finish in about an hour or so. It's not a very long game, but I'm pretty happy with how I've managed to implement my ideas throughout these three levels. Although there is still a whole lot of stuff to either fix or upgrade, so I'll probably need a few more weeks to get this done. This was probably the very last devlog before release. The game should release around first quarter 2025, but you'll get a definitive launch trailer here on this channel once the game is ready. And I'm planning on uploading a video sometime after the release where I'll talk about my personal experience working on this project, so stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed watching me go through the process of creating this game, and I'm sincerely thankful for everyone showing me their support. You guys are the best, thank you so much, and with that, I'll see you in the next one.